and wine flowing. So if you don't have a glass of wine, Mary has it all set up at the bar, so you can go get yourself a drink.
Mary Stobie with
Before I
get off,
turn you over to Mary,
no, wait a
I just
minute.
want
You
to
fall
let
off.
you know that I work with a lot of different authors and set up a lot of events. But Mary has been an utter and complete delight to work with. It's been kind of non-stop planning and chatting and all kinds of fun ups and downs and kind of an adventure, which I think is a good analogy for her life. I'll let her fill in a lot of the little anecdotes. I'm just a beginner at learning about her younger days, her stint in Hollywood, the beginning of her writing. It's quite a story. So again, I want to welcome you. Particularly, I want to welcome Mary, and I'll hand over the evening to her.
Lively crowd here. Put your hands together.
Thank you so much. Karen was going to sing a song for you, but we're not licensed for singing. So just know that she was going to sing Rocky Mountain High. So let's give her a hand. Okay. This is the epitaph of the book. What is life? Closer? Okay. First of all, welcome to everybody. What a delightful group to have here of people in my life from various areas. We have people from my book club, my critique group, my editor who did the book, the artist who did the cover, there's Nick right there, and Jody over there in the red jacket who did the editing.
Nick, what's going on? It's
My
Jody.
family's here. And so I feel great. I'll read you something that's called an epitaph. I didn't even know what an epitaph is. That's how sophisticated I am. But the ebook person has had to go to ebook too. Told me there was an epitaph. So here it is. I just called it something else. What is life? It is the flash. Can you hear me now? Am I doing okay? Flash of a firefly in the night. It is the breath of a buffalo in the wintertime. It is the little shadow which runs across the grass and loses itself in the sunset. This is from Crowfoot, a Blackfoot warrior and orator. I want to thank the BookBar for doing this. This is an independent bookstore, and I feel honored that they allowed me to do this. I was trying to do it on my birthday, which is November 4th, because for some reason I thought I should do it like James Joyce did Finnegan's Wake on his birthday. So I said, I'll do it then. And what it did was cause chaos, because the editor, the artist, everybody was under pressure. Finish the book. Get it ready for the launch party. Why did I write a patchwork memoir? My mother is a huge part of this. If you read this book, you'll understand. She saved every column I ever wrote. She's all throughout the book. The pictures, even the cover, my mother took the picture. This is on Facebook. I have a picture, another picture of her, and it's in here too. My mom did this, and I don't know about you with your moms, but I never realized how much she loved me until I wrote the book. And then I realized more than ever, she really did, even when I was really little. This is divided into 6 parts. Learning to ride, actually the beginning part, no, I'm sorry, that's not right. It's called Learning the Ropes in the Family Corral. Jody helped me with this. We have a Western theme because I started out with horses, and that's why. The second part is called Shaking Off My Bridle. That's about leaving home. And then the third part is Lassoing Fame in Hollywood, which is a blast. This section, things like War and Beauty, having dinner at his house on Christmas dinner, and he's in his bathrobe for dinner. He was living with Michelle Phillips at the time. Remember the Mamas and the Papas, everybody? Interesting stuff happens out there. 4 was a herd of my own, which is when I started to have kids and write columns. I'm a columnist, so most of you know that, but that's where this got started, was those columns. 5, you fall off, you get back on. Marrying for the 2nd time. Where's my husband? Derek! And then 6 out to pasture, not a chance. Becoming syndicated and a grandmother. My kids are here, they've made me a grandmother. So, the first thing I'd like to read is called Learning to Ride. When I was 3, can you guys hear me okay? I'm doing okay. My cowgirl mother taught me how to ride a horse. She began her lessons by helping me clamber up on the bare back of our bay mare, Queenie. Queenie's soft, round body welcomed me. Grasping the coarse hair of her black mane, I laid my cheek down against her brown, furry neck. Everything felt so familiar, perhaps because while pregnant with me, my mother was riding. Even before I was born, I felt the rhythm of a galloping horse. And I don't know if babies can smell in the womb, but maybe I smelled that smell because I've always loved it around barns. But my first real riding lesson, Mom saddled up Queenie, lifted me aboard, and adjusted the stirrups up high for my legs. At first, I climbed to the horn. We rode Western, by the way, in our family, although we did have an English saddle. With my boots secure in the stirrups. Now this thing about the boots, how many of you are horse people out here? If you, well, you have to keep your ball of your foot down or you don't have any contact with the horse and you start bouncing up and down. My mother was an excellent riding instructor. She was a horse show judge. Keep your heels down, she said. The reins go in your left hand so you can open a gate or rope a calf with your right hand. With an open palm, I gave Queenie crisp carrots and red apples. She nuzzled them gently off my hand and crunched them greedily. We put our nostrils close together and inhaled each other's breath, creating friendship beyond words. These early experiences with this mare gave me self-confidence and a comfort around horses. This was a godsend. My mother may have started me riding early because I was born with flat feet and bow legs. Seriously, to the extent that the doctor prescribed metal braces for me to wear on my legs after school and at night. My friend Martha McKenna watched my mother put on the braces. Does that hurt? She asked. It's cold, I said. For school I wore clunky shoes and laces with laces tied up to my ankles. Never cute.
Special effects.
Like the other girls. But later, finally, I got to kick off those braces. And to celebrate, my family went on a pack trip, a horse pack trip in the high Sierra Mountains. At that time, we were living in California. This was the early time of our lives. So what did my parents pick for a place to take their 5-year-old daughter? Health or Sure Pass? That's the name of the place. What are they getting me into here? We're riding up to the destination.
Arriving here is Lily Ribeiro, Mary's daughter.
It's tiring.
That's her.
The lake and inhale the scent of pine trees.
Looks like she's wind up very decently by now.
By and I hear insect buzzing. My horse, and then coming down. I'm not going to go into the whole
Stobie.
championship and all the dead bodies we found up there.
He's the father of her children and previous husband of 25 years.
Coming down.
Drummer, all around nice guy.
We ride toward the rendezvous and coming down. My horse is slip-sliding, choosing her own path. As we ride along the road, we're almost back to where we started. I hear a rumbling, louder, 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 and a huge dump truck comes rolling by, never getting slower, faster and faster. And my horse freaks out and just starts running away, just at full tilt. And everybody else is back here. I can't stop it. And I cling to the saddle horn and pull back on the reins with all my might. Whoa, stop, I hollered, but wasn't doing it. And I'm thrown hard into the gravel road. Nasty thing. My mother comes in. She checks this out. You have to understand my mother is a very competitive and can be very aggressive woman. She came up and saw me. She said, oh, she's not dead. Okay, I'm going to go get that truck driver. So she gallops off to the truck driver, chases him down. the guy, I don't know, how could you catch a truck like that after all that? She did it. She said, "Mister, I'll give you a piece of my mind. You about killed my daughter. Don't you know enough to slow down when you pass a horse?" And he said, "Well, woman, I'll give you a piece of my mind. I'm from the Vecta Corporation, and I got a damn to do." And he drove up, leaving her with the dust in her face. And she told me this story, and I said, "What a toad." My brother Bill caught my horse and led him back to me. As they say in the horse world, you fall off, you get back on. And that's the name of the book. It's so you don't have fear. You have to keep going. I am going to let you guys, hopefully you'll ask questions. So keep reading, but think of things that you... I have to tell this story because there's belt buckle here. You'll hear about it in the story. I'm like my mom.
I'm going to leave for like 10 seconds. I'm in charge. Yeah. What responsibility?
Wild Ride.
Okay.
My best friend in Little Birches Rodeos is John Burek, a cute cowboy with striking blue eyes. He typically wears a red vest. I should orient you. We did a lot of Little Birches Rodeos in Colorado. They're all over the state. And in those days, girls could ride bucking stock. And I never did want to ride a bucking bronco, but I did try this. I'll tell you what. He says, the bucking events are the most exciting. Have you thought of entering the girls' steer riding? Sounds scary. But I want to impress John, who is a top bull rider. I'll try it. Without knowing how difficult it will be, I sign up for girls' steer riding at the Little Birches Rodeo at Arapahoe County Fairgrounds in Middleton. I think Claudia was there, weren't you, Claudia? That day? She was there. I imagine I'll hold the rigging and I'll squeeze the steer sides with my legs and the animal will run in a straight line. The steer should be no problem, right? They'll just run in a straight line. Or so I think. Sorry about this mic situation. Here's something, maybe it's this.
Hey,
I'm doing
Mom.
So I walk, even though I feel like a brave cowgirl wearing a flowered western shirt, jeans and boots, I feel petrified as I walk toward the bucking chutes. It isn't the horses that spook me, it's the cowboys watching me. I'm about to risk my neck for riding a hairy monster. My heart cries out, whoa, no, don't do this. Mary, this is stupid. But I reassure myself, taking risks is what makes life worth living. And I do it anyway. Hoping to win a prize, I climb into my assigned bucking chute. John waits, ready to assist me with the rigging. I gave it the steer. A huge Scottish Highlander with a shaggy red coat. His horns are so long, he could have played in an orchestra. I feel dizzy for a moment as I stare at him. He knows he's Scottish, and like Braveheart, he prepares for battle. Snorting. Calm down before you ride, John says to me. Take a deep breath. I suck the pungent air into my lungs and gasp. After he helps me get seated on the steer, I grip the handhold of the rigging. The steer shifts his body from side to side on his back. I am the enemy. I say, who am I? You think you can make light work of this rookie? But I'm Scottish too. This will be one Scot on top of another. Just don't go too crazy. The announcer says the cowgirl at chute number 4 is Mary McFerrin from Golden, Colorado. She's riding a long-haired steer called Big Red. If it were later, it would have been a hippie steer, but this was 1960 when I hippie chute. First drive for this young lady, so cheer her on. The crowd roars, the gate planks open, the Scottish monsters first jump out of the chute, shows his power. And he twists sideways. I feel unbelievable tugs on my shoulder and elbow joints. My hand clutches this rigging for dear life. The determination flares up in me, and hanging on with every twist and turn, my body is jarred and wrenched like a rag. My arms and neck hurt, my hat flies off, and it feels like my head is still in it. So forget the hat. I mean, when you write it just doesn't stay on. Come on, Mary, you can do it, John hollers. 3 seconds feels like 300 years. Big Red does the twist, the stomp, the jerk, the Watusi, and the boogaloo. For 5, 6, 7 seconds, 8, when the bell buzzes, I do a half ganger into the arena dirt. I sprung my feet and struck back to the
Go back
sheets
to the other
crowd.
book you're reading, Lily.
That's what you call determination. The announcer says over
Pick
the
it back up.
loudspeaker, this cowgirl earns a
What's the
second
problem?
plus buckle. Congratulations, Mary McGill.
She's been reading this book the whole
So
time.
I had to wear them. For my writing, I get this cool buckle decorated with a gold figure of a girl riding a steer, waving it proudly. I show it to John and my parents. My mother says, "That was a great ride. You really did well." She thinks that this steer riding builds self-confidence in me. That's what she always said. And John said after the ride, he said, "Ain't this living?" I said, "Yep, this is living." And I did it again and again and again. My mother made movies around this, and it's just like one right after. She's got them all close together. Anybody wants to ask a question before I go to the next one? I'm not going to read as long stories, but I am going to read one more. Do you have any questions? I don't know. I just hope I'm not going on too long. I have some more good stuff.
Not at all. Longer.
Good. Okay, good. I went to Bard College in New York. I was a cowgirl, and they teased me when I got to New York. They said, the guy said, "You got bow legs." And I said, "Well, you know, I used to ride steers and I'm a cowgirl from Colorado." And he says, "I guess that explains it." So I'm at Bard College, and we have a winter field period where you have to work for 2 months. They throw you out of the college for January and February. And I got a job as a wardrobe mistress on a movie in New York City called Who Says I Can't Ride a Rainbow? It's 1970. In New York City, January, and the actors in the film crew's headquarters occupy an unheated warehouse garage. And this is a movie with Jack Klugman called Who Says I Can't Ride a Rainbow? I've never heard of Jack Klugman. He had a reputation by
You've
that.
got Dick Leckman.
It's not anything real big yet. This was non-union. That's all I got hired.
There's Dick Leckman,
On the first
husband.
shooting, after the director says it's a wrap,
I'm John Wayne.
Jack drops everything
This
he's wearing under
is
the
Shirley
garage,
Ribeiro,
shimmies into his street clothes, and
Lily's
tears out of the garage.
mother-in-law.
I pick up his clothes.
This is her childhood friend, Claudia Brundage.
Ready for the next
And Mike Stobie again.
On the
making
third
his
day of
second
production, the
appearance.
director presents me with a brand new tan coat.
Back to our reading here.
Mary, could you make this new coat look old? Like something Jack's character would wear? Sure, no problem, I say. Oh yes, I take the spanking new coat out to the horse barrel and lay it to the dry refuse left behind.
The crowd's about to go wild with this one. So, yep.
With my caliber
Wild.
stomp on that thing until it has a patina of carrot on it. And now it looks like a real cowboy's jacket, I think. After dusting it off, I proudly hang it up in Jack Klugman's dressing. I really thought I had done the right thing. I was like 20 years old, you know. But then I heard the screaming. Who did this?